Yeah, yo, we on? Are we on the air?
Had to get that last gasp of oxygen going through the lungs.
We are on the air, my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me. Woo.
Oh man,
Man.
we a little rusty.
Just
like 3 weeks, almost a month.
No, it's been that long. 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time the joint was up was 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, well,
that's what I was looking for the whole time. Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Because we've been active. We've been activating.
Active out here in these streets. You know how we do. You know, but we back in effect.
Yeah.
Heyward CPA Live. The sneezing going down. That's how you know it's authentic. It's real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's real. It's not fabricated. You know what I'm saying? We got sneezes in effect. You know, I'm looking all like I'm trying this room.
Excuse me, everybody, for my sneezes. Gee whiz.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Saturday, Sabado.
I mean, I'm like
the 13th. We got what? We still got like another 2.5 weeks before it's all over.
We got 2 more weeks. Yeah, 2 more weeks. Yeah, something like that. Today's the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got one more show.
Yeah, we do. We do. We're gonna
20.
end that out on the party mode, I guess.
Yeah, I should just DJ it. It's like whatever.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, everybody. We're gonna warm up here in a few moments. We're gonna get it on. We'll get it cracking in a few minutes.
Yeah. My situation is stupid yellow right now.
Yeah,
but
you're right, though.
That's all right. Yeah, you're right. My camera, I'm moving super slow. I might have to dip and come back, man.
That'd be the cold weather, man. You know?
Yeah, like this thing is moving like
you better now. What'd you just do? You better now.
I actually didn't do anything.
So you coming in and out.
That's why I said. Yeah, hold up, man. It might be. Hold up, man.
Yeah, you get yourself together. I'm gonna talk to the people. Good morning, everybody. Saturday the 13th, December 13th. I hope everything is going smoothly or moving on your behalf and on your favors for yourself and for your families as we approach the end of the year. Hopefully everyone has a safe and decent landing into 2026 moving forward. You know, this time of the year it's a slow time of the year, December. There's a lot of people out shopping. There's a lot of people out working. There's a lot of people thinking about next steps next year, probably coming up with resolutions and things of that nature. Just keep in mind that, you know, your conviction though. What do you set to do? What do you strive to do? Right? Let you just work on your convictions and choosing the right steps, and most importantly, plan. But plan in a way that it's not something that you sit on a shelf. Plan in a way that you can actually increase your energy and be able to implement and execute, right? But also plan and continuously develop your support system, right? Your team, you know, whether it's in business or personal, everybody needs a team. We cannot build this thing and move life forward by ourselves. So simple rules of nature is to continuously grow, shed and grow, right? And so I wish well for everybody moving out of 2025 into 2026, and you know, everyone become prosperous and families healthy and such. You back with us?
Man, that was profound.
Hey man,
yeah, I'm back with us. I'm saying,
trying to warm up
like in the sun.
trying to warm up like hot water in the kettle.
Yeah, I'm saying
You
out
know?
here. I'm out here in the sun. But I ain't gonna trip off that. As long as y'all can hear me, I
Yeah,
look
yeah,
all
yeah,
like
yeah, for sure.
sun kissed.
You good. You
Like,
good.
what's
It
up with
looked like
that?
you just came back from
That ain't my steez.
you just came back from the island somewhere. That's good. Leave it right there. Leave that hue. You call it the
Oh
hue.
God,
The hue heft.
I came the Huey. Yeah. Oh man, speaking of Hugh Hef, yo man,
What's up?
yo my pop, yo, you know, my father was here for a couple of weeks, and yo, we got him some Snoop Dogg pajamas or something, man.
You mean has Snoop
And,
Dogg the name or the dog itself?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That was Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Like Snoop Dogg PJs, dog. Like
Nice.
for real. And he is so. And it was like, you know, they wasn't real silk, but they were silk like.
Right.
And then he found this robe I just had here that he liked getting cold. And yo, he was all in on it. So my man was one day he spent Hugh Hefner the whole day. Though he had pajamas with the robe, chilling. It was out of control.
Pops is
Like
cool
this
though,
guy,
man. I seen him the other day. He had his hat tilted to the side. You know, Pops is cool, bro. Pops is cool.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I mean?
He cool.
Yeah,
His own world, boy.
We
Tell you that.
So, we got some cool pops. I mean, I could tend to that. They get older and they seem to get even more cooler.
Oh, yeah.
You're laid back.
Yeah, they on something else. Yeah, that's like sure. they really laid back. So, but anyway, I'm on here. All right, I'm back. I'm ready, yo. I had a theme. My situation. I mean, you set it off good with your, you know, wealth, health, and happiness situation right there. That was good. So I got a topic though.
All right, talk to me.
I gotta make sure reverb is on here. I got a topic. Yeah, it's about towards the end of the year. We're getting there. And I wanted to talk about, I mean, there's Advent too, if you into that type of stuff. Just like, yeah, but look, I was thinking this morning about how hope and faith and gratitude fit into all this business thing that we talk about all year round. And the one thing that's really interesting right now this time of year, and this may delve into a little, you know, talking about Washington a little bit, but it's not going to be in depth. It's like, you know, I mean, it's Christmas time. Now it's really Christmas time. I mean, they've been commercially Christmas time since like the day before Halloween. But now it is actually Christmas time. You know, Christmas is 12 days from now. Wow, which is something else. So, but the feeling, partially because of commercialism, but the feeling to me isn't necessarily Christmas-like. I'm talking in the sense of Christmas, understanding what the holiday Christmas is, or Hanukkah, or Festivus, or, you know, anything, whatever you celebrate. What's Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I was like, one of the reasons I feel like it's going that way is that I think people don't feel hopeful right now. Like, I think, and I've seen it in the last couple of days talking to a few people, like, hope is on, you know, maybe like 4 right now. People are not feeling optimistic. And I'm not necessarily talking about business owners, but I'm talking about our customers and clients. They're not feeling optimistic. We're getting bad news all over the place, be it whatever. Take your pick. But, you know, I just feel like, I feel like it's always like, and I've been around long enough to be like, it feels like one of them going through the motion Christmas years. Like people going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a lot of ho, ho, ho and jolly and all that, you know. I mean, There's plenty of that, at the Christmas parties, at the open bars at the Christmas parties.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a economic feeling of like, even getting stuff. So I thought about it as a business owner. And I said, well, how do you keep hope and faith in your business with your people, especially if you got people, but hey, even if you by yourself? I mean, you got to have faith to build hope. You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or you have to have hope to get faith, to keep faith. Like, and what it did get me back to the Washington side is like, you think about this, is that we have a non-positive person at the top of the pyramid. And he's poo-pooing every day. He's poo-pooing something. Every day. I mean, unless it's him. The only thing good is him. And nothing else is good. And so just think about what mood that creates. Like literally. I was reading stuff this morning. It's stuff he's just blatantly lying about. Like, just like straight up. Like about how good things are.
Mm-hmm.
He like 100% not telling the truth. But I just thought about it's interesting that, when you have a leader, for lack of a better term, you have a leader that does not instill any positivity in anything. And how it goes down. And, let's be real. This strata in the United States, we don't call it royalty, but we worship wealth anyway, so they might as well be royalty, right? So, but I'm talking about the people here, the people in the, the middle and under, like, ain't nobody, they don't care about no hope. It's like that. So we in a holiday that's about hope, cheer, the birth, if you believe on that side, and we got all our messages are completely negative in the thing that America focuses most on is economics. Banks not lending, interest rates are up. I done had more than one conversation last 2 weeks with people like, yo, I need some bread. Stuff just dried up. I'm talking about business people. I ain't talking about like it's happening right now. I'm like, and the leader is sitting around talking about everything's good. What are you talking about? It's the best time ever. So when it's 29 degrees in the morning, as the business owner, and this is for those that are trying to become a business owner and aspiring to something like that, when it's 29 degrees, you got to get out the bed and go figure it out for the day. What gets you out the bed? Knowing that the economy didn't change overnight, the opportunity didn't change overnight. What gets you out there? Faith, hope. I mean, I know what gets me up. What gets you up in the day? What gets you to it's all good even when it ain't all good? And that's just, it's the time of year to reflect on these things. And I just thought I would bring that up. I don't know. It just came up. I said, I'm going to talk about this. It's touching on a few things. We touch on a little religion, and we touch on a little politics. So I got all the stuff out here. We're still online, so that's good. I'm monitoring all channels.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Word up. Oh man, we got the people up in here. What is the people? We can talk. This is a straight up decision. You know what I'm saying? It's a straight up discussion. I mean, like the crew in here. So what I'm saying is that it's like, it's hope. I guess you got to build the faith and and see. Here goes the layup for you, and rely on your ecosystem. Ecosystem. 2 words though. Ecosystem. To carry you through, because stuff is out here. But I mean, so we got a couple of comments on here. So so you want to take the comment section because you're good at that. And
we got the good mornings. Good morning.
Yeah, we got some mornings.
We got some good mornings. We got big shout out to God and Grace Bookkeeping. That's a good one. We got smiles again. From the infamous one. We got the infamous and the infamous.
Yep. That's Great. We got
Big T.
the SC House of Wings.
We got Big T. Yo, with my wings
go
at,
get
man. Let me get some wings. Early morning wings.
Yo, man. Nah, they doing smoked chickens right now, son. Yo, for the holidays, smoked chickens. Oh, yeah, smoked chicken. They smoke.
Yo,
and
Tony, I'm on my way
fried
down there, man. I'm gonna get in the kitchen with you.
Yo, yeah,
I'm gonna work it out together.
Yeah,
brother.
I'm doing the great. Yeah, I'm doing the straight advertisement. They flash fried and then they're put in your favorite sauce. This is outstanding. Definitely.
Nice.
SCHouseofWings.com.
Nice. Yeah. Get there. Back to your theme.
My man Mike Nice, what up?
Your thing. Who else is there? Let me see. Oh, Mike Nice. All right, what
Mike
up?
Nice.
What up, Mike Nice? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, look.
But go ahead,
Look.
This was a men's therapy moment. Yeah, Coach K. Yeah.
So look,
you're on fire. You're on fire.
I ain't on fire yet. I'm just warming up. But to your point, yeah, the world is definitely a drab right now. There's a lot of negative vibrations going on in the world, right? And so this is when we go down to the word play, right? Consumers, right? We are consuming way too much information that does not fit us. and it's distracting no matter what's happening. This is just a repeat cycle of life, right? Things grow, things fall away. In business, we call it attrition. So, and it's not easy, for us or anyone that is struggling through. It's not easy at all. And you got to, faith and hope. I'm going to probably say aim, right? Because your aim creates your environment. And that's why relationships are important. That's why having a team is important. Having advisors is important. Having support is important. Yes, you have to have your belief. You have to, if you whoever you believe in, whoever you serve as the higher power, right? For those that do, definitely lean in. And praying is gratefulness, and meditation is listening to the directions. So is your mind cleared enough to listen to the directions? Because a lot of times we pray, but are we actually listening to the directions? So the analogy I usually give is for those we have, but for those that maybe haven't, maybe the younger ones these days. But if you're familiar with sitting at a bus stop, you're sitting at the bus stop waiting for your bus. Yeah. There's multiple buses that are coming. You got to wait your turn for your bus. But you can't control the people walking by. You can't control the different buses coming by. You see cars, you see traffic lights, you see all kinds of activity. But in that moment, you're just waiting for your bus. You just sit there and you let all of that stuff go by you. You observe, you might laugh, you might have curiosity, you might have a little angst because you see something you didn't like. You might have, your curiosity because you see something interesting. You had a thought, maybe you got a phone call, maybe you had a great idea. You're on your way to work, you're on your way home, you might be tired, you might be on your way to the grocery store, whatever it is. Sit at the bus stop and let all that traffic go. Focus on your aim. So what gets you up in the morning? What gets me up in the morning is my aim, right? I can see through the fog. Now, sometimes that aim, that object might be a little far away from me, but as long as I can still see it, that's what I'm going for, right? And then because we're in the season, December is definitely the month to review and make sure you review your aim and make sure it's renewed, right? You got to revisit your aim for reinsurance. Make sure you're aligned. Make sure you're prepared. Be responsible with your thoughts and your actions. And, I think things will shake out the way it's going to shake out. You can't really control the outcomes of the outer world, but you can control the outcomes of the inner world. And again, that is a lot easier said than done, right? However, having a support system, and I think people take that lightly. Can't have a support system if you're lying to yourself. because then the support system is not going to work. You can't have a support system or a team if you again being deceptive to your own desires and ambitions, right? And so you got so but you have to be able to dig. You got to dig deep. You got to sit. Sitting still doesn't mean you're not moving. Sitting still means you're still moving intentionally. We called it building. It's like a building. I'm pretty sure everybody right now is inside something, some sort of a structure, right? A building, even a car. But in order for you to be inside of it, it has to be built in a way that provides safety, security, provision, right? And so the foundation that the building is on was laid out correctly. You, me, we are our own foundations, right? And so when we build in these walls or these structures, we have to make sure we're measuring 10 times before cutting. We're laying the brick down one by one properly, so it can create strength as we build this structure. So again, that structure it will be obviously the creator, yourself, your team, and everything else that goes beyond that, your family, so on and so forth. So, I mean, I hope this resonates with anybody. Another thing I look at is I look at nature. You know how I am. I look at nature. I look at the universe, right? It operates in the same way. When you plant a seed of something, when it grows, it's no longer a seed, right? It becomes something. When you plant a seed, it becomes something other, right? So there's that middle piece. So we probably, all of us are at some stage in life, we're in that middle phase, like a caterpillar to a butterfly. There's the cocoon. That's that space that we don't even know what that space is. But focus, aim, and know that you're going to get your wings, and you got to just stay. You got to stay your ground. You just got to keep pushing forth and slow down a little bit. Become less of a consumer. Stop consuming so much information. Social media is tearing us up. It's kicking our butt. Now we have AI. And for those that don't even understand the simplicity, but the complexity of AI, it's just adding more distraction. Because now how do we disseminate between what's real and what's not? Because everything looks real. It's all illusion. But again, you got to go back and you got to go inside and use your discernment. Stay clear. Have your aim, your focus, and you'll see things will be revealed to you as you keep moving forward. And then, but to your business wise, same thing for your business. If you ain't beating right, your business heartbeat is not going to beat correctly. That much I know.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what goes into the thing. So that you yield back your time. Yeah. So I mean, that's what goes back to the thing. I hop on the business because
it's all related. It's all related. Separate.
You want to give them their Patreon. You got to give them your Patreon so that people can give you donations.
I don't have no Patreon.
Or Patreon.
Don't let him fool y'all.
You want to put the Cash App up there?
No, I don't even want to do that.
Everybody else does it.
You collecting donations. Listen, my donations is my donations. People donating to me is them actually donating to themselves, and they're able to move the needle. If I gave them a word or a statement and it helped, that's a donation, because again, everything's connected. Energy is connected in the universe. Boom.
See, all right, there it is. Oh man, the hotline about to blow up now. Now you double down on it. You double down on it like that. So what I'm saying is, no, but all jokes aside, I mean, what you say is absolutely true. And people, you need people, but kind of the synthesis of what I was saying is that you also need leadership. And sometimes you're the leader. So when you're the leader, you got to sit on something. And it's usually something that you can't see, which is the definition of faith. Believing in something you can't see. So I gotta make payroll. at 8 a.m., I ain't got it. You got to believe by the time it's time to pay it, you're going to have it. Or you can work something out to get it done. It takes a lot of that. It takes resilience and intestinal fortitude, patience with yourself, grace for yourself, something I'm no good at, by the way. But I'm just saying, these things, and, you know, without getting too much into the political, I just feel like this environment, because like you said with social media, we're so individualistic. Everything is about individuals. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look what I did. Look what I got. Look what I did like that. That's not the place to build community. Just on consumption. There are social media platforms that will allow you to build community, but you have to understand what your community is and what community need. And, you know, in this time, because it's a tough time. And this is, I think, what also fools a lot of us in the United States is that I can sit here and say it's a tough time, but I'm sitting in the house doing essentially a TV show from my house. So in some regards, it ain't that tough, which is not. I'm not saying I'm not saying that, you know, oh my gosh, good Lord, you know, whatever. I'm just saying that the feeling out here is not on the positive. It's not on the upswing. It's not there. And it affects business, and it affects business decisions, and it affects the way that you move. And so the things you're talking about, you know, like you said, what do you have? You basically say, like, this is my internal how I get when things aren't peachy or easy. This is what I use. And we've had a couple people said, you know, said their families, their things, the motivation to get there. It was just a question to make you think about it. Because I'm going to be honest with you. The move's not going to get any better for the next 3 to 4 months. I'm just going to be straight with you, just straight up. It's not going to. So if you internalize everything you see in media, both social and traditional, you're going to go crazy. And so I'm just preparing people for that. But it doesn't mean this is not apocalypse now. I'm just saying that it's not, people are going to be, you know, it's a cycle. You got to have people feeling away. It's going down. I know some of y'all are looking for that 2000.
Cut it out. Sorry about that.
You got some dogs over there.
They over there.
Yeah, I know you got look. They wilding. They wilding too. So they wilding as well. See, that's yo. You know what? Dogs are usually good indicators. All animals are indicators when something's about to pop off. If you ever noticed that, if you ever watch those Nat Geo shows, and they showing like the whole flock dips, like whatever. So what I'm saying is like, okay, it's not gonna get better. All right. So now we're at the bottom of the hour. I'm gonna make it better for you. You see that? You see that? Because the problem. We have to do. We're gonna talk about the problem and how we're gonna work on it. Most of us are dealing with cash flow issues. Cash flow issues, ladies and gentlemen, cash flow issues. That's what we're dealing with. Most of us personally are dealing with cash flow issues too, but it takes a different thing. Cash flow issues. Something that from these conversations I've had, it's like, okay, that's what's happening. So the reason that I sit here and tell you that, look, things aren't necessarily going to pop up New Year, something like that, that's a cash flow statement. That's not a statement of negativity. It's a cash flow statement. So don't expect a big leap in revenue per se at the beginning of the year, because people's moves are not, they're messed up. They're not, people are not exuberant right now. They're not just, you know, they spending money. I think people are spending money out of habit as much as they are just like we spending, you know, like that.
So to your point, really right there, I'm gonna slide in there real quick, bro. Pause. But to that point, this is what I mean. Like it's the aim It's your aim. What are you aiming for? Yeah, cash flow is definitely, it's a thing. It's a heavy thing. It's a serious thing, but it ain't the only thing.
Oh yeah.
Right? I say this is when I go back to you gotta reevaluate, what you're doing, especially for the business owners. This is a time for you to adjust your sales, your sales, meaning boat. You adjust your sales and the wind takes you whichever way you're going. Adjust your sales and begin to look at what systems you have in place. Where are you spending your time? Are you spending your time? Because frustration kills a lot of time, and we don't even realize it. We could be thinking and doing in certain ways that gives us positive motion, but frustration and stress and worries. Not saying that they're not there. That's a real thing. What I'm saying is it's a real thing because the body feels it, and the body that's where sickness and illness and all that stuff come in. But it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to stay. Let that thing go by like a bus. Grab a hold of it, don't ignore it, understand it, respect it, let it go, and then go back. As business owners, it's important. I believe entrepreneurship, being a business owner, it's directly impacted with who you are on a daily basis because it exposes you to who you are and how you handle and how you move. And yeah, tough times is tough times, but that don't mean that you doesn't make a tough person. So take the time to look at your systems. Take a look at where you're spending your time. Are you delegating? Can you delegate? Should you delegate? Why aren't you delegating? Most people I talk to, most people I train, most business owners I work with, there's quite a few that we've gotten over the hump where they can actually hire somebody. Right. But before the hump, it was like, no, I got to do it all myself because I only trust myself. But then do you really trust yourself? Because then that's not an act of sharing and sharing alike or teaching and teaching alike. So, yes, cash flow, that's a thing. It's a physical, tangible thing. We need it. We got to pay. Everybody need their money every 30 days. I'm not saying that it's not important. It definitely is. But with that being so much important, we still got to ask ourselves, am I doing everything in effectively and in the right way so I can have a little bit more cash flow? To your point, people are spending either haphazardly. They might be spending to numb their pain because they're using this season, this month, right, to justify, oh, it's Christmas time. La, la, la. Let me get with the family. Let me go buy everything that people want. No, cut that. Scale back, sit still, write some things down. We're so used to texting and typing, writing, pen and paper. If it's not written down, it doesn't exist. What's your aim? What do you want? You know what I mean? So I'll yield back for you now. Sorry, brother.
I know you got, there you go. They say your Patreon. So look, I'm going to confuse them though a little bit though.
I know you
So what you're saying is all true. But I'm going to keep it, I'm going to be an accountant for a few minutes.
Okay, good.
Cash flow is the most important thing in your business person, period. Because I'm going to tell you why. Cash is the blood of your business, and without it, you're done. It's over. You don't die because you don't have sales. You don't die because you don't have employees. You don't die because you don't have a great product, great service, something that you know what you do. You run out of cash, and when you run out of cash, it's over. It's out. See you. Nice being here. So that's on that level. And the reason is all those things. I think what you described was like the habits that could go to correct to make this cash flow thing work. And let me explain a little bit about the difference. Now, I did a video on Ask Jay the CPA. I did a video on that, but I think
why you had to lean into it
part
like
two.
Ask Jay CPA.
Was
that a commercial? Was that like a what was that?
Yeah,
was that posturing? What was that? Yeah,
that was called practicing in case I got to do voiceovers or something to get through the tough times. So, like, the thing is, when cash flow happens, for instance, every dollar we spend in our business is not an expense. I'm going to say that again. Every dollar you spend in your business is not an expense. If you got a loan and you're making loan payments, a portion of that, the interest is expense, but the cash itself is not an expense. All right. Or even better, the G-Wagon that you bought so that you could get, 100% depreciation or whatever you might have done. The payment, let's just keep it simple for the most part. The payment is not, unless you leased it. That's another conversation. But the payment, only the interest is deductible for the business. You know what I'm saying? These things are cash outlays, but they're not expenses. Not, when you look at your P&L, the almighty P&L that everybody knows and tells people about, if they're not expenses, that means you're going to show more profit, right? But you spent the cash. So I get it all the time. That's how I started the video. I didn't make that much money. Well, yes, you did make that much money, but you spent it other places. Oh, let's talk about other things. How about that family trip for 4 people to Hawaii that you decide to pay out the business? That's not expense to the business. Sorry. I don't care how much you worked that whole time you were in Hawaii. It certainly is not 100%, but guess what that is? That's you pulling money out the business. And guess what? It's not an expense. So cash flow is about the ins and outs of cash into and out of your business, pumping in and out, coming in and coming out, coming in, coming out. That's that. That's what keeps you alive. You can have a loss and have positive cash. If you took a loan, you brought some money, or you got a loan. Like, so it gets detailed. So what I'm trying to say is, like, cash flow is really something that business owners have to learn to master. And it's also about timing. Big portion is timing. So, for instance, and a lot of this happens a lot. Now, you gonna know where I'm going with this one. So, you're in business. Here comes somebody. Consultant. I can do ... for you. It's only going to cost you this per month. Now, you're sucking wind to pay your bills already, right now. But here comes the magic person. I'm going to do this and boost your revenue 3 times in the next 90 days. No, they're not. All right. Because they're just not. So that's it. That's not going to solve your cash flow problem. So now you're going to take this X times on top of, you're already struggling to make your bills. You're doing something. And this is what I talk about. People chase revenue. People chase revenue. They say, oh, I'm going to pay this consultant. They're going to raise my revenue 3 times. But you know what you're not putting into account? The cost of the consultant and the cost of whatever 3 times revenue is to get to the bottom line. See, cash flow is about net profit. It's not about gross profit. It's about net profit. Net profit is what goes to cash flow. Cash flow. It's cash. It's it. It allows you, as I've broken down, as the financial statements. The P&L is what you do. The balance sheet is who you are. And the cash flow statement is how long you can do it. Very simple. It's very simple. So what you have to do is you have to take a lot of the lessons from Brother Kory here and take them lessons and put them into when you make decisions about how you're going to spend money in the business. I'm not getting into, what kind of underwear you buy and perfume and all that. That's up to you. You do whatever you want to do. But in your business, you have to come up and decide, say, look, this is not the right time for me to do this. Or, hey, I know my payroll is the 15th and the 30th. So I need to have this amount of cash for that day. And this might be 2 weeks before you start thinking. So you know what? I don't need to buy this $1,000 subscription to this thing that they said will change my life. I don't need to buy it today. I need to wait until my cash reserves are a certain amount. I need to sit there. Or I know I got some clients that they're not going to pay me for 60 days. Jammed up. I got to hold on to cash. But you know what you have to be into? See, now I'm going to bridge it back to you. You have to be able to aim. You have to have cash flow goals. And so to go what you said, the only way you can aim at something is if you got a goal. You don't
So how
aim
do
at
we get
nothing.
there? Right. So how do we get there? Right. So you got to respect that.
How you get there?
You got to respect sequence, right? Because nothing grows without form, right? So this always go back to the things we talk about, especially when we dealing with clients, is like, you know, how do you know what you need if you don't know what you have, right? And so, you know, how do you know if you're playing the game? How do you know what you're scoring if you're not keeping score, right? So again, it boils down to systems, cause and effect, right? How do you position yourself to be able to be in the know? How do you position yourself to allow the certain results even into the cash flow? So you talking the dynamics of and the reality of what moves a business forward and people forward is cash flow. But if you could keep chasing money, like you said, you could keep chasing money. But if you don't understand the system of it and how it works, and then you'll be able to look at you can have negatives all you want, but at least you have a form, you have a structure to look at it. If you can't look at it and decipher what it is, and then be able to bring it to the great JCPA and say, hey, this is where, can you help me find where my issues are, right? Then how are you going to move forward consistently and be able to scale, or be able to just sustain? Forget scaling, just to be able to sustain first.
Survive.
Yeah, right. And so that sustaining is being consistent, but it's not being emotionally consistent. It's just being consistent. You gotta move that emotion aside, you know, and get down to the nitty gritty, the brass tacks of it all. And again, I say all of this to say it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But it'll be worth it.
Well, I think you align with that's the big key. Business is not easy. I think that's the thing, because most places you go on around, it's easy. You know, do this and I'll show you how to make, you know, $750,000 in 3 months. And the fact is, they're showing you without you paying them. The quickest way to make 700 or whatever number in 3 months is to tell people you can you can tell people that you can help them make however much money in 3 months. That's like, it's hilarious. Every time I see one of those things, I'm like, wow, pretty smart. But you're actually getting it for free. So, because they're just telling you, like, it does not work like that, because you're dealing with human beings. And it's human being cycles, it's sales cycles, you know, that's your thing there. The sales cycles is economic cycles, there's things that are there. So you have to keep educating yourself. And back to your earlier point, consuming a lot, but you have to consume the right thing for you at the time to make the next stop. So if you prune stuff away, and look, we all look at ratchet stuff. I mean, come on, you know, it's all over the place. Some of it is kind of funny. But the point is, it's that education is something that we talk about year long. Like, you have to continue to educate yourself. And this is not just book education I need to do. You have to figure things out. Your industry, whatever industry you're in, continue to learn about the industry. You know, your ecosystem, talk to other people in business, like you are in the same business. Talk to them. People share. People in the same business share. And I haven't had issues in any business I'm in, except for the music business, kind of, but where people don't, you know, they don't speak to one another. You know, I think people get to this competition thing where they're just like, oh, you know, it's sports competition. But people that are in business, we know the struggle. I may not know your exact struggle, but we know what time it is, especially a time like this. So speak to people. You have to get educated. You have to talk to people. And number one, the things that Brother Core is talking about, you can't get there sitting in a bubble by yourself.
To your point, hold on. I got to insert right there. Let me insert right there. Just that means you got to outgrow your outdated identity so you can speak to other people and not be in a bubble. Go ahead.
Yeah, you was waiting to say that, huh?
You had that one loaded up. That's why I had to insert it before I lose it. You know.
Right there, so we got it on tape. But but it's another version of growth. You know what? When I talk to people, I say, look, the place where you get is when you start separating yourself from the business in terms of you look at the business as an entity. Doesn't matter what tax entity you are. I'm not talking about that. Right. I'm talking about you look at it as a thing. That you start getting to process base. Right. You start getting processes. So don't make a mistake. I'm all about process, but you got to have a cash flow process. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a cash flow process. You have to say, and you go down the line. We studied the E-Myth, 7 system processes, 7 different systems. You get a process for all. We talk about scaling. We're going to get these things a little bit deeper next year. We probably have to, we're just going to start turning into a class, B, and.
Oh, well, we got the class already, though. Biz therapy.
Yeah, but this is going to be but yours, I told you, yours is like, this is the one where it's the velvet glove over the iron fist. You know how I come. Like mine is 1 + 1 = 2. That's what it is. You know how we do. And that's what I'm saying with cash flow. I don't want people to get mistaken that y'all start, you start chasing revenue. And revenue growth is important. It's got to happen because if you're growing. But you see more people that like money's being wasted. It's hemorrhaging. And I use this analogy, and you will hear it over and over. People will be like, well, I don't have no money or something. I need to get more sales. And to that, I usually say, it's like, if you go to the hospital and you need a blood transfusion, don't they close your open wound first before they give you blood? Because if not, what they doing? So you go ahead and put all the cells you want into an inefficient system. There you go. The inefficient system. You're going to the same thing. If you're making 100,000, you ain't got no money. What makes you think that you're going to make $1 million, you're going to have some money? You're not. It's going to be the exact same thing. You haven't changed one dynamic of your cash flow. One thing, you don't know if you're overspending. You don't know. Back to what we were talking about. You've hired, and we all look, and this is the reason I talk like this is because I've gone through all this. You hire somebody, and you're still doing all the work that you used to do. You hire them, but you don't let go. You hire them, but you don't trust that they're going to do what they do. You hire them, but you really don't know how to train them. You don't know how to. You hired some help for a short-term need, and now you got a part-time, full-time person, and you really don't have anything to deploy them on. But you continue to play them. And now you got to pay them first. So now, that's a cash flow thing because you spend money on nothing. Sometimes they become your friend. I've said before, I said, well, you paying for a friend. They come to work every day, chill, hang out with you. Might make 2 copies for you or something like that. Then then you like, let's go to lunch. Let's, XYZ. You got a friend, but guess what? On Friday, they want their paper. So you don't bought a friend because you didn't have a system by which to deploy them to help your cause, and so that whatever you're aiming on, you get to. That's why you bring in the resource. It happens to everyone. And I'm not passing no judgment because I'm telling you, I've been there, I've seen it, been around, but this is something that happens. So you think you're investing in the business, but all you're doing is giving cash away to your buddy. And then once you get too far, guess what? You're not getting no work out of them because you done made it too sweet for them, so it ain't going down. So these are things that this is higher level stuff that I'm saying. I'm not out here because I'm all about job creation. I'm just saying for the business owner, when you deploy your cash, you have to have some sense of what. You know how we use the term ROI? Well, but people use the term return on investment a lot, right? And, there's ROI, but people usually think in terms of numbers. I also think in terms of time. So if I hire somebody and I have to do the work or follow up their work, or they only do 25% of the work, but I'm paying full 100% of what they wanted, I'm losing because now I still have to use my time and I'm paying them money that I could have kept myself. But guess what I can't do? I can't do all the things. I don't have no time for business therapy because I got somebody, I got to go follow up all their work. So I'm going to do that. But I'm spending money on this. Well, I could have just spent money on business therapy and handled myself. So it happens. And it just happens. And these are the things that we have to. That's why I say, it's work. It's not all dramatic. It's just saying, man, am I really getting the money out of what I'm spending in payroll? And do I have a clear understanding of what a return on investment for a person is? I mean,
what's
people
wrong?
say
Sit down.
3%. Yo, he's going down with it. People say, look, for an employee, you want to get 3 times a return, 3 times a salary in return. It's not always money. It could be time. It could be time to give you the to learn, to go say, okay, I can sit over here. I can read a book. I could go, sit with Kory. I can do my books. I can go to Chamber of Commerce, Black Chamber of Commerce in some cases. I could go different places because I have this person that I have offloaded these tasks to. ROI, but it leads back to cash flow. Because if you're spending the cash, it's got to be pushed you towards the goal. And with that, I yield. That's all I can say. What more can I say? So
that was good, bro. I mean, you definitely on point. I just think that, how I talk, how I feel.
I know you love the people, man. You
I
love the people.
I love the people. I love the people.
You
Man.
love the people.
I love the people, man. It's because what else is there on earth besides people? We can buy all of this stuff, we can consume all of this stuff, but on the end of all of that stuff is a person or people, right? Whether it's individual, whether it's group. But to your point, though, listen, we don't fail at cash flow because we bad at math. Some people probably disagree with me. I'm bad with math, but not necessarily, right? We fail at it because money triggers identity, fear, pride, right, or avoidance. And so we gotta. I'm telling you, if we look inside and we start to understand some things, and we understand how things move us, especially money. Money is energy. Money is the root to moving things forward, and we have to position ourselves how we look at money and cash flow. And it's just about restructuring our mindset to have a healthy mindset on how we're looking at it. We can't internalize the external noise of what money is. We got to internalize it, because think about it like this. When all else fails, James gave an example earlier, like when you got to make payroll, or you got to pay a bill, or you got to do this, you under pressure, you stressed out, you this, that, and the third. And the only thing you sit there and you focus on is making sure you get that money so you can maneuver, so you can take care of it. So you're putting all your energy, your emotion, your thought, your focus, your aim into achieving that one thing. Then boom, so out of the blue, it happens for you. It may not be on your time, but it still shows up in time, right? So it's
Absolutely.
the same. So it's the same. So imagine if you took that, if you bottled up that same moment in time when you were focused on you need this absolute dollar amount so you can keep moving forward. If you bottle that up into looking into your systems, if adjusting your mindset, adjusting your approach, right? Because for business owners that we think, I got to sell more, I got to generate more revenue. Well, yeah, you're right. But generating more revenue and you have a poor collection system collecting your money, keeping up with invoices, reminders, value, the products and services you're delivering. Because when a business is short, and this happens, when a business is short, the staff's behavior gets a little bit funky. And everybody's all upset and nasty because it's coming top down, because emotions is taking place because money is short. And guess what? That's how you lose customers. Right? That's how you don't get things done like that. And it that energy resonates through the business because people feel it. And so these are just experiences. These are things even for us that we go through, even for myself as I continue to grow and scale as an individual, as a business owner, right? So we have to be able to check in with us, the reality side of it. Only us know the reality of how we feeling. And we probably won't tell people that. Okay, well, talk to yourself or talk to the creator. But do some talking, do some honest searching, and then go back and peel back your systems. And this is the time of the year we do it, especially September to December, right? Definitely reach out to us for your strategic advisory calls and situations with us. But also look into, biz therapy. Biz therapy has some good information that we can help, and some good processes and some good systems. But if you don't have your internal system in place, you got to get that right. Well, how do I resolve? Right? How do I think about? How do I resolve? How do I implement? How do I execute? Right? And just take it one step at a time. It doesn't have to be heavy lifting. It's just one little simple. What can you improve about yourself every single day? With 0.5%, 1%. Because when you add that up at the end of the year, you got a big number. Right? So, and that's why we've given you guys books. Go back to our previous episodes. Looking at books, right? Reading books, reading information that's going to move you forward. Like the two books for this year that really resonate with me, and even in the program that I've been having a lot of conversations about, is Seeing Around Corners, and What Got You Here Won't Get You There. It's not.
Absolutely.
Right. And then what got you here won't get you there is you dissolving off those identities or those beliefs that got you there. Now it's time for some new beliefs and some new identities. You're not faking it. You're not changing. You're not being unrealistic. Yours called growth. It's called responsibility. You used the word earlier, leadership. That word by itself is just because what is that? Some people use it just because I'm a leader. Yeah, well, do you even know what the crux of the matter is when it comes to being a leader? You taking something away from somebody that they believe and giving them something else that they should believe in. But now, as a leader, you got to walk with them so they can, until you are sure that they're ready to walk by themselves. And that takes you developing you so you can continue to develop the people that are following your leadership. And that thing right there, that little thing right there, you're going to go through some things as an individual because you got to come out of you first, and you ain't going to like it. You're not going to like how it feels. It's going to feel ugly. It's going to feel like a tight shirt, some tight pants. Fellas, stay away from the tight pants. But it's going to feel like, it's just going to feel, it's going to be tight. It's going to take your breath, your oxygen. You're going to feel like my chest is tight. I can't sleep at night. It's keeping me up. But then that's all of that is somebody, the truth knocking at the door, like, yo, I'm still here. I'm here for you.
Yo, see, that's it. Yo, slow down, son.
All right, man. I listen. It's the end of the year. I don't know. This is how I woke up.
Yo, look down there.
Yeah. Yo, this how I woke up. This how I woke up. Right. I think I eased into
see down there. You gotta. They gotta come over there to.
There's a lot more over there. So I ain't giving away nothing that they can run away with. They can run away with. You know what I mean? But just you started it with cash flow because It's
Yeah,
man, that thing is a thing. That thing is a thing. Cash flow is a thing. That's a thing. That's worse than having COVID.
Yeah.
If you ain't got, if you don't have it, imagine having COVID. You don't have no medicine.
Yeah.
Because then, if you want to think about it like that, the medicine is the systems. What if you don't have the systems so you could focus on getting better and let the systems do what it needs to do?
That's a good point.
All right, so now I yield back from there. You
yield back. All right. So look, that's a good place to stop. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, that's a good place to stop. We have that was deep right there. That was good. Production, meeting, and show all at the same time. It's pretty cool. So like that. But we're coming to a close to another episode. Thank you for everyone that participated in the chat. Thank you to everybody that tuned in today. Thank you to everybody that will share this and go back and look at it. And we'll be back for sure in 2 weeks. Doing our thing, our year-end one. I'll be a little happier in the year-end one. I'll be a little more. We'll be upbeat for the year-end. So.
Yo, who said we ain't upbeat? We upbeat, man. We keeping it funky. It's the energy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Our energy is good. What do you mean we upbeat? If you're not grasping onto this right here, this is good energy. We're not sitting here sniffling with tissues, right? We talking real conversation. This is for those that want to hear it. This is for those that want to feel it. This is for those that want to do something about it. Period.
Yeah. See, look at it. We even got a great show. My man K, he changed his. I know it's him. That's why it's my man Kev. I know it. So thank you for another great show. But I'm saying, since we plugging, I will plug this now. No need to be ashamed. Listen, man, I'm DJing too on Sunday nights. You go to the Twitch channel, Mad Wax Radio. Check us out. We on there. We also on TikTok at J.Heyward. So
DJ Mad.
That's what we make you feel good. That's what I promise you, make you feel good. Feel good mix. Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Mad Wax Radio. Maybe I should put it up there in the last few minutes. So, why not? It's our platform, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we need to
do how we do it while we do it. Let's go.
Yeah, Mad Wax Radio on Twitch. It's a feel good mix. Go check that out. And then I'm gonna add this to that. I'm gonna make a commercial just like you did. With
KWK next week, December 15th. I look out for the episode. December 15th. Conversations with Kory. We gonna get deeper. Deeper.
So see all that you get
deeper. You gotta play that Sunday. You gotta play that song on Sunday, brother.
Yeah. So tomorrow night, 7. Well, tomorrow if you watching us live,
tomorrow. That's
right.
Night,
7 p.m. Because we do a little bit of everything around here. You know what I'm saying? We might do a cooking show next year. Who knows? We got cameras. Why not? Just do whatever.
True.
So tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Make you feel good. We would love to have you there. Tuned in the chat in there. The chat is usually lively. People be in there, feeling it. So 7 to 8. It's 1 hour. So with that being said, we promoted everything. Yo, look, the dogs be in the building. That's security right there.
That's Lola right there. Lola
security. Can't get through. Big dogs will be in there. So all right. With that being said, we out. Have a great week, 2 weeks. But tomorrow, pop in, step in, say what up. You know what I'm saying? Say you a listener of the show. We'll shout you out on the tiki-taki and all that. All right?
No doubt.
Chill.
Peace.